Let's go mushroom hunting. So my boyfriend and I have been coming to the Sam Houston National Forest out in Huntsville, Texas for the last couple of years to mushroom hunt. It's a hobby of his. He likes to do it, and I really enjoy the hiking. So we went ahead and went. Since it's hurricane season and we just had a couple of really good rains, we figured that it was the perfect time to go because you want to go, shortly after the rain where it's not too muddy, but at the same time it's not too dry so that you can actually find some mushrooms. The National Forest here in Houston is really, really good for chanterelles, fire chanterelles, and yellow chanterelles. We mostly found fire chanterelles today. We found a couple of yellow ones. Now, what I love about hiking in the Sam Houston National Forest is that the forest is so dense that the canopy is really thick and it's very, very noticeably cooler inside the forest. It's probably at least 10 degrees or so cooler in the thick of the forest. So it wasn't too hot. We did sweat a lot either way, but it wasn't like just drainingly hot. And you can definitely notice the difference from when you leave like the asphalt of the road versus inside the shade of the forest. Last year, we made a delicious risotto with the chanterelles that we found. This year, I think he said he wanted to try to make some sort of mushroom creamy Alfredo or something like that. We'll figure out something to do with them for sure. Today was actually a really good day for hunting. We found so many. We also found a couple of non-edible mushrooms as well as some false chanterelles. Which reminds me of this mushroom proverb that people like to say. There are old mushroom hunters and there are bold mushroom hunters, but there are no old, bold mushroom hunters. And what that means is there are millions of mushrooms in the world, and identifying them can be kind of tricky, especially because there are so many non-edible mushrooms that look like edible mushrooms. So you have to know exactly what you're looking for and how to spot it before you eat it. Because if you're bold enough to just eat random mushrooms, you will probably kill yourself or at the very least turn your guts into mush. So identifying your mushrooms and knowing what to look for is extremely important, especially if you're going to go forage in the forest like we did. So today was actually a really good hunt. I kept finding more and more patches of chanterelles just everywhere. By July or August, there should be so many more, as well as other species of mushrooms. That's when the season is really in swing, and you'll see boletes and all sorts of other different kinds of mushrooms all over the place. But with it being so early in the season, most of the ones that we found were actually pretty small, but we did end up lucking out and finding some pretty decent sized chanterelles. So if you ever decide to go to the Sam Houston National Forest, just a quick word of advice, make sure you bring plenty of water, bug spray. There's no cell service out here, so a paper map could be useful. And stay either on the trail or close to it because the forest is very dense and you can definitely get lost in there. So this is our final haul, and stay tuned for the recipe.